Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, indeed. I see nobody's logged in as Apache Mesos. Is that not necessary to get the thing going?
No, you don't have to. It's just if you want to be able to kick people out or you want to be able to stop the recording, then you have to
Okay.
log in as the owner.
Okay, cool. Um, so should we go ahead and get started? I don't know if we have any agenda items actually. I don't see any. Um, Previous action items, I did reach out on the dev list about the allocatable change, and we ended up merging that. Um, yeah, so I don't have anything today. Ben, did you have anything you wanted to chat about?
No, I just saw it on the calendar.
Yeah. Hey, James.
Good morning.
Hey, James, there's nothing on the agenda for today. Did you have any items for discussion?
No, I did not.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, unless anybody has last minute items, I'm okay just canceling for now. We can get some time back. Is there
Fine by
anything?
me.
What's that?
Fine by me.
Okay.
Is it, Greg, do you want to, I guess you've been doing a lot of work with the framework metrics.
Uh-huh.
Did you want to chat about that and since people are here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Or is that not right, quite on topic?
No, I would say it certainly is. Yeah, we've been working on these per framework metrics. I've been trying to get some good benchmark data for you guys in particular, to see how it impacts performance in the high framework number regime. So I did put some new numbers in the framework metrics channel last night. I don't know if you caught sight of those yet.
Yeah, I did. I looked at your couple of performance patches this
Uh-huh.
morning, and yeah, they look. It seems like seems like a nice improvement that's going to be worth it independently of any of these.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. The metrics fetching without per framework metrics, there just aren't that many keys. So the response time is pretty low. But when we get up into the thousands of metric keys, it definitely slows down. So I guess I'm curious to hear what you think of the existing performance. If it's something that you would be comfortable getting in master, or if it's a no-go in your environment right now. And we can also discuss like some of the specific metrics and the formats there.
So I guess in our environment, we don't really have a very good metrics collection story right now. We have a bunch of legacy stuff, but we're moving towards Prometheus using the
Okay.
Mesos exporter. So if we event probably in the next week or so, hopefully, we'll be pushing that out. In which case, if you're looking at your last benchmarks after optimizations with 2000 frameworks, the metric get metrics response is 22 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That seems I don't know, that sort of seems undeployable, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So I think at a band I mentioned one of our kind of highest framework cluster right now is significantly larger than that. So I struggle to see how
Oh, it's significantly larger than what? I'm sorry.
significantly larger than 2000.
Oh no, so I think the 20-second number is for 20,000 frameworks.
Oh, sorry, I missed a zero there. Oh, okay.
So that's a bit better.
Yeah.
At
Sorry.
2,000, we would expect around 2 seconds
Okay.
based on those benchmarks anyway.
Yeah, it's still super long.
Yeah.
But maybe tolerable. I guess I don't have much experience with Prometheus, so I don't really have. I don't know how well it tolerates that sort of sampling delay.
And did you say you guys are going to be using the Mesos exporter?
Yes.
Yeah, so I do know from our own experience, the Mesos exporter has just a simple fetch timeout for getting the metrics from Mesos. And on the exporter end, you just have to be concerned that the fetch time doesn't go above the timeout that you've set. But I guess that's also related to the interval of fetching. If you want to fetch metrics on some interval that's much shorter than the fetch time, that maybe becomes an issue.
Yeah, I think our fetch time is likely to be a minute.
Like the
I
interval
gotta.
between.
Yeah, I'll have to try and dig through Puppet and figure that out. But I think it's minutely.
Okay.
Okay,
well, we should certainly be way under that. But so let's say we're talking about a response time around 2 seconds. Given the really simple optimizations that I pushed out, we still have some ideas for other improvements to be made. I think a prerequisite for one of those is that we move existing pull gauges to push gauges.
Yeah, I think that'll make a huge difference.
And I think, Ben, one of the changes that you had mentioned was maybe allowing the metrics value method to return a raw double instead of a future once we move away from pull gauges. Am I remembering right?
That was one of the things that was pretty costly, was that there are so many futures involved. And for synchronous metrics, we don't actually need a future. So we could split that interface so that synchronous metrics expose directly a double instead of a future double.
Uh-huh.
That was one of the things that shows up in perf. There's, I think, there's probably some other stuff remaining too.
So I think as far as I can, so from the sounds of that, like what you have now is probably a good starting point. Since I missed the zero, if we're talking like 10 seconds or so, then it sounds like it'll probably be fine, and we can continue to improve it.
Okay.
Yeah. My thought is like there's some additional pretty easy improvements we can make here. So I guess we can see how low we can get it, as long as the effort's reasonable. And then if that, like, I'm kind of including not doing pull gauge transition in there. And then if that's still bad, we could look at also whether those pull gauges are taking a lot of the time or not. I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Yeah, so
There's queuing delay, but I don't know if the total cost of them is that high. I think it is pretty high, but
of the pull gauges?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember from perfs.
Yeah, so one thing I mentioned to you the other day that may be of interest to you also, James, is that we've noticed in some clusters with with high numbers of frameworks, you can end up with high allocation run durations. The allocations take quite a bit of time. And since we have pull gauges in the allocator, you can end up waiting a long time for a dispatch to make it to the allocator. And that can affect the metrics performance.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess it's been a few years since I've had a metrics collection infrastructure which had the allocation time. But yeah, that totally makes sense. One thing about our environments, which might be different from the environments you're testing in, is that almost all of the frameworks that are running are suppressed.
Okay. Yeah, so that would certainly help the allocation time.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys. This all sounds pretty promising. If I can get my metrics collection working, then I'm looking forward to being able to kind of evaluate how useful the metrics are.
That's great. Yeah, definitely look forward to feedback from you as you use them. So just to be clear, it sounds like you're okay with merging this stuff into master given the current performance, and we can continue optimizing from here.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any blocking issues with that.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I will say also on the Mesosphere side, we're going to continue doing some metrics work in the coming months. So I would be interested in meeting with you as time goes on to figure out if if we can align our interests somewhat, and maybe I think in OSS Mesos it would be nice to have, as we've discussed before, some richer metric format that can be consumed. So maybe we can implement it in a way that'll be nice for you guys. Maybe it would obviate the need for Mesos exporter. I don't know, but I feel like there's some good opportunity for overlap there. I can ping you and set up a meeting.
Yeah, that sounds great. I had very happy to talk about that. I vaguely have it in my backlog to quite do something about that. But I'm a bit less enthusiastic about pushing Mesos, the Prometheus exporter format down into libprocess than I was in the past.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't have any real concrete thoughts at the moment on what I think we should do in Mesos. So yeah, I'm happy to hear what you've been thinking. Okay. Well, thanks for bringing that up, James. And let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything off the top of my head. So one last time, you guys have anything to chat about, or we can just call it early.
Nothing from me.
Oh, hey, Vinod.
Hey, sorry, I had to join late.
It's all good. We just had a little chat about the framework metric stuff. On the agenda.
I think I listened to most of that stuff. Looks like we're going to land as is with the performance that we are seeing.
Yeah. I put up some just really simple performance improvements to the metrics. That gains us a little bit, and we have ideas of what we can do from there.
So right now it's 10 seconds for 20K frameworks?
No, it's about I'm sorry. It's about 20 seconds for 20,000 frameworks.
Got it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think at some point it would be nice if you actually have some kind of SLAs that we can publish and adhere to. I feel like we don't do that stuff for any of your endpoints.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice thing that I see in Kubernetes is actually during every release, or at least the scalability working group actually has some SLAs or
Mhm.
SLOs for their API endpoints, and they try to make sure they hit them or improve them. I think we
Yeah.
haven't traditionally done that sort of thing.
Yeah, and on on the note of metrics, we can expose some useful metrics that'll make it easy to assess those SLAs.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So we are not flagging this performing metric. Is that right? Did I get that right?
That's correct. Currently, they just appear by default. They are not hidden behind a flag.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, guys. I've been neglecting sending out emails before these meetings. I appreciate y'all showing up. Next time, I will make sure I send out an email ahead of time to solicit agenda items. But I think that's it for today. I appreciate y'all showing up.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for driving this.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later.